Well, this is new and different for me down here. And intriguing. So we have wall, and it has been going the entire way down into these woods up where I parked. I'm not sure if this is from logging. And so one of the big places that we've been detecting for years is, well, we're on the chunk of property. It's massive, but we are always on the north side. I've never entered from here, one, because it looks terrible from the proper road, and there's a river that cuts it in half. And it is New Hampshire, and there could be anything out there. So today is a let's just go see what's out there. We have the detector just in case, but again, we have walls that go this way, and as far as we've gone from on the other side, there's walls coming this way. It's just huge. So onward. Even if this is a logging road path we're taking in, they went this way because it was the path of least resistance. And this is good. So we're squaring off, leaving the squares that would be associated with the road up there and the farms that are up there. But the wall keeps going, which is what we want. We want depth. We want it to keep going and not just get to the end, you know, and it's a dead spot, terrible land. It is rough. It is definitely rough out here. I've actually been putting this one off for a while, but it gets to that point where it has to be done. And if this is a logging entrance from, say, the 30s or 40s, they definitely would have taken the path of least resistance. Not like nowadays where they can blast into the woods wherever they want. Back in those days, they would have taken an old cart path, gone through an old farm, or whatever. Okay, I would say a quarter mile in. Second square, we're at the back of it again. This is blasted through from the loggers. And our wall keeps going on. And it looks like this is the path that they took. So that's the path we will take. I'm actually really surprised. The walls come this far down. Huh. And that to me looks like old stone bridge. Definitely. Well, I just checked my watch. I'm almost at a mile, and this thing is still going with no signs of improved land or anything else. The thing is, out here, that could go all the way across town and then across the next town. I just can't in my head think of on the other side where that would connect, because I've never come that far down from the other side. But this is wild. It's not good at all land-wise. Either way, we're gonna keep going. And you can see how long ago they logged down here. That is a big stump. I think I can hear the river. It's one of those ones that sometimes you can cross right over it, you know, because it's rocky and shallow. And then in some spots that I've been to on the other side, it widens out into wetland. It's just getting thicker and a bit more burly out here. There's a small brook feeding into our river. To me it looks marshy out there. I hope we don't get stopped by that, because I'd really like to make the connection to the other side. Okay, well, either good or bad, our wall finally, that whole stretch for 15 minutes, it didn't break off. Oh no, it does. It's a four-way cross. No, make that a three-way cross. So that's the direction we've been going in. And then finally at the tail end, that had to be a half a mile of a square easily down to the back end here. Holy cow. God, it just, again, it always makes you wonder why. I'm sure it looked different centuries ago, but still massive. Looks like our cross wall, the new wall, the back wall, goes right down to the river. Yeah, it sure does. Damn, we are not getting across this. And that's where I want to go. And guess what? This wall, our east to west cross wall, it is on the other side of this river. So to our right is definitely still all backside of where we came down from. So I'm going to stop following that wall heading northbound, because this is where I'm going to call it for what I wanted to explore. I'm going to take the chance. It looks terrible, but I'm going to follow this. We're going to bushwhack, get ourselves a little lost, and see if there's any way to get over there. Maybe. Trying to find a line. That I can get back as well. Ah, yeah, we got it. All right. Success. We made it to this side of the river. And there's our wall. You know, I don't know, 60 feet from the brook. And those are the things that make you wonder, why not just have squared it off at the brook? They just had to come over this side and square it off. Crazy. So we are way out in here. About a mile and a half I've gone. And the wall and the river are starting to separate, which means I've got to take one path or the other. I can kind of skim in the middle, but if it gets too far, then I have no point of reference getting out. But with all this wall out here, there has to be some type of travel path out to here, leading, you know, out or back in. It's definitely not improved land, but again, I've said this many times, until you've hiked all the way out along these walls, you just don't get the significance until you do that. I mean, it's unreal. And as you can see, this thing's been here a long time. So, I don't know. I can't believe I haven't seen anything else. But then again, it happens. Well, I'm just going to keep heading that way. I've lost the wall and the river, but I'm not sure if those are old tire marks. That's the other thing. I haven't seen any signs of movement from loggers. Maybe this is it. There are stumps and stuff around from logging. And I have a weird scent of action figure rubber plastic. Strange. Well, let's see if this is anything. Other than that, I'm getting to the point of I have to turn around. Yeah, it smells funny out here. If you're, you know, close to my age, decades old, you know what Star Wars figures smell like. Oh, this is definitely a beaten path. Whew. Which is great, other than the fact that we've seen walls. But this is the first sign of life outside of that. Huh. Crazy. And it's going up on top of a hill, which is always good. Well, I lost that travel path, and I am in the middle of nothing good. Wow. It just opened up into this. So now I gotta go back and try and find where that was. Couldn't find our ruts. Headed for the sound of the river because it's one of the few points of reference. Well, and oh my God, the major sign, or a major sign we've been looking for, a colonial bridge all the way out here. Holy cow. Oh yeah, look at this. River, embanked, going right into where we were just getting lost. So that those old ruts, in a roundabout way, led to this. Wow, I can't believe this is out here. That is a great thing. So, where does it go that way? And kind of a ways up in there is where we saw the ruts going up to the hill into the plateau, and it just broke up. This is crazy. I was just gonna turn around. Wow. Oh yeah, shouldered. Well, we'll follow it up in northbound because that's the direction we've been moving in. Take a look around, then I'll have to pick it up again another day because I can only get out there so far, comfortably get back. It just turns to nothing. See what I mean? You look back, it's nice, clear, shouldered, and then you get up and it just turns to lumps, rocks. It's the way of the woods. Yeah, it just turns to can't see anything. All right, I have an idea. The bridge. Actually, we'll start back here. 100 feet before the bridge where it starts to bank. Probably going to be ammo. There's iron. Nothing. Well, just finding this is remarkable enough this far out into the forest. So now we have two directions from this point of interest in the future. It's weird that it gets over here and just, you know, disappears. So I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna cross. It's definitely taking me in the wrong direction, but we'll go a ways and then I'm just gonna have to beeline it somehow over to where I entered. This is remarkable because you generally don't find bridges that large out in, you know, this terrible of land unless there was a real good need for it to be in and out of here. All right, this ought to be interesting. It ain't too slick, but it is slick. God, same thing. It disappears. Wow, this has been out of use that long. And nope. Same as the other side. 100 and some odd feet. And it just completely gets like this, disappears. Unreal. Well, I'm gonna have to hug the river. Me going up into that, trying to get a mile and however long it is over, is just asking for it. Well, I'm back where our wall meets the river and where I crossed. But I said it earlier, there had to be some type of travel path over with these walls, and there it was, that bridge. That is a remarkable find, actually, for as much time as I spend out here. To find anything different is like, whoa. And there still could be old home sites out here. It's just, it's seen some changes in a couple hundred years. But somebody was living out here and they were doing things. All right, I'm out. Cross the river, back over to the wall that heads south, and a good hike back. Thanks for joining me. Today was something else. And I will see you next time.